Hello friends, I am Rajanesh Chandran. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we are going to study about mechanics of machinery. And in this video, we are going to study about the construction of a cam profile for an oscillating follower. So far we have learned about the construction of cam profile for a reciprocating follower. That means the follower is moving like this. And in this video, we are going to study about the construction of a cam profile when the follower is oscillating. That means if this is the follower, it will be oscillating. So for that type of follower, what is the construction method? That we are going to study in this question. The question you can see in your screen right now. It is required to set out the profile of a cam with oscillating follower for the following motion. Follower move outward through an angular displacement of 20 degree during 90 degree of the cam rotation. Follower to dwell for 45 degree of cam rotation. Follower to return to its original position of 0 displacement in 75 degree of cam rotation. And the follower to dwell for the balance period of revolution of the cam. The distance between the pivot center and the follower roller center is 70 mm and the roller diameter is 20 mm. Minimum radius of the cam corresponds to the starting point of the follower is given as A. The location of the pivot point is 70 mm to the left and 60 mm above the axis of rotation of the cam. The motion of the follower is to take place with the SHM during outstroke and with the uniform acceleration and retardation during return stroke. So there are a lot of data. Leave those. Only the required data for constructing the displacement diagram we can take now. It is given that it is an oscillating follower. Then see, when it is a reciprocating follower, we will be given the stroke length. That means the oscillating follower is move upwards through a particular height. But since it is an oscillating follower, only this angular displacement is given, because if this is the initial position, it will be moved like this. Again it will come here, moved like this. So this angular displacement is actually indicating the stroke when considering an oscillating follower oscillating follower. So here this 20 degree means it is the stroke length, or that angular displacement corresponds to the stroke length, which means from that angular displacement we have to calculate what is the actual height of motion or the stroke length. How can we calculate? If we have this radius, we can calculate this arc length, right? That means if it is rotating or oscillating with an angular displacement of 20 degree, this will be the arc, and if this angle is a small one, this arc length can be considered as that of our stroke length. That means if this is radius r and this is theta, this will be r theta. That r theta is the length of the arc, and since the angle is small, we can consider those arc length as the stroke length. So it is given that if this is the pivot point, what is the pivot point? Pivot point means about which this follower is oscillating, about which point the follower is oscillating. And it is given that the distance between the pivot center and the follower roller center. See, this is the pivot center, and we can consider, or we can draw a line like this. This is the actual follower. The distance between the pivot center and the center of the roller follower. So this is the roller follower. So that is a roller follower. So the distance between the pivot center and the center of the roller follower is given as 70 mm. And this radius is given as roller diameter is 20 mm. This diameter is 20 mm. So this will be 10. This distance is 70. And it is given that at a particular outstroke, or after completing the outstroke, it will be reaching this point by an angular displacement of 20 degree. So this length can be considered as our stroke length, and that will be equal to, suppose if this is point A and this is A1, the arc length A1 will be equal to r into theta, that is 70 into 20 into pi by 180. Because 20 is in degrees, we have to convert that into radians. So 70 into 20 into pi by 180, that will be obtained as 24.5 mm. So now we have obtained 24.5 mm as our stroke length. So we can consider that arc length as our stroke length. So this is our 24.5. Now it is given that 90 degree is the outstroke, 45 degree is the dwell, 75 degree is the return stroke, and the balance 160 degree is the dwell. It is given. And during the outstroke, the oscillator is moving with a simple harmonic, and during the return stroke, the follower is moving with a uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. This is the motion given in the question. So how can we construct the displacement diagram? For the outstroke, we have to consider it as a simple harmonic motion. So we have to follow the construction for that simple harmonic motion that you can see here. And for the return stroke, we have to follow the displacement diagram, construction of displacement diagram for an acceleration, uniform acceleration and uniform retardation motion. That also you can see. These all are, you are well aware how this construction is made. So we have obtained the displacement diagram. So if you don't know how to construct the displacement diagram for simple harmonic motion and uniform acceleration retardation, you please refer my previous videos where you can clearly understood how this construction is obtained. So we have completed the displacement diagram according to the data given. Now we have to draw the cam profile. So for constructing the cam profile, we have to obtain, or we need to have a certain data, right? One thing is the radius of the base circle. Since this is a roller follower, we have to draw the prime circle also. So we need the radius of the base circle. So the radius of the base circle is not given in the question, but it is given that the distance, the minimum radius of the cam corresponds to the starting position of the follower is given as the location of the pivot point is 70 mm to the left and 60 mm above the axis of rotation of the cam, right? That means if we can take the axis of rotation of the cam as a reference point, from that point we can obtain the pivot point, because it is given that the pivot point is at a height of 60 mm above the axis of rotation of the cam and 60 mm above the axis of rotation of the cam and 70 mm towards the left of the cam. So how can we utilize the data? See, select a point, select any point here, select any point. It is given that at a height of 60, so draw a vertical line through this pivot point, at a height of 60 and at a distance of 70. Clear? If this is pivot point, if this is 60, see, we have assumed this point as the center of rotation of the cam. So at a height of 60 from that point and at a distance of 70 from that point. So this is the pivot point, right? So we have obtained the pivot point. So at the pivot point, we can draw the initial position of the oscillating follower. So just draw a circle like this, draw a line like this. It is given that it is a roller follower and the diameter of the roller follower is 20 or the radius is 10. So at this point, draw a roller of radius 10, so that this is our oscillating follower. So we have obtained the initial position of the oscillating roller follower. We know that for constructing the cam profile, we need the base circle or the radius of the base circle. So we have taken this as a center of rotation of the cam. So this is the radius of the cam. This is the radius of the center of the roller. this will be the initial position of the camber field, which means see, this is the 60 degree it is given, this is the roller, this point must be the initial point of the camber field, which means this will be the radius of the base circle. Clear? So this distance is given as 60, this is 10, so this will be 50, and that 50 will be the base circle of the camp. So now we can draw the base circle of the camp. How? Keeping this as center, this as radius, draw a circle. So this will be the base circle of the camp. So the base circle of the camp has been completed, having a radius of this distance, that is 50. Now, what will be this circle? We know that for a roller follower, we have to draw the prime circle also, right? So this circle will be a prime circle. So the prime circle is also completed. Now we have to draw one more circle, and that circle is called pivot circle. How can we draw the pivot circle? See, connect the center axis of rotation O with this pivot, the initial position of the pivot. We will get a line. Keeping that line as a radius, draw a circle. This is center and this line as radius, draw a circle, and that circle is called a pivot circle. So for an oscillating follower, 3 circles is needed. 3 circles are needed. One is a base circle, then pivot circle, prime circle, and the third one is pivot circle. So I think all of you have understood this much steps. Now it is given that outstroke is 90, del is 45, return is 75, balance del is 160. So we have to divide, we have to mark this portion also in this image or the camber field. How can we mark? See, method is keeping this line as our initial line, measure all the values from that line. That means that this will be 90 degree outstroke, this will be 45 degree del, natural progression, this will be 75 return stroke, and this portion will be the balance del 160 degree. Have you understood? So keeping this line, measure 90 degree outstroke, 45 degree del, 75 return, balance 160 del. What will be the next step? Divide this portion into 6 equal parts. Divide this portion into 6 equal parts. This can be after so. So this can be divided as 6 equal parts. So this will be 1, this will be 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly here 6 dash, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That division also has been completed. Now what is this point? Where can be taken as A? No, A, O dash, and P. What is this point? This is the pivot point, right? So this distance is given as 70 in the question, which means the distance between the pivot point and the radius of the roller will always 70 mm, right? This curve is the locus of this center of roller, right? That is known as a prime circle. This curve is a pivot circle, which is the locus of the point P during rotation, right? That means at every point corresponding to this P and O, the distance between those 2 points will be always 70 mm, which means when this point P comes to this position 1, this distance is 70. That distance will be this O also. That when we point P moves to 1, O will be moved to some other point, but that point will be along this prime circle, right? So how can we obtain that point? Easy. Why? How? If this is 70, that will be also 70. So from this point, draw an arc having 70. Draw like this. Mark this point as 1. Again, from 2, draw an arc like this. Mark this as 2. From 3, draw an arc like this. So this will be 3. From 4, draw an arc like this. From 5, draw an arc like this. From 6, draw an arc like this. Similarly, from 6 dash, that will be coming here. Similarly, so 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash, 12 dash like this. So take the 70 as a radius at every point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Draw arcs on the prime circle. So that is completed. Now take 1A, mark here. Draw the roller there. That will be our A. Take 2B, mark here. Draw the roller there. Take 3C, mark here. Draw the roller there. Take 4D, mark the roller there. Take 5E, mark the roller there. Take 6F, just like there, mark the roller there. That will be. Similarly, here also that 6F. Take 6G, sorry, 6G. Take 7H, keeping this as center, mark 7H. Similarly, this is arc through 8, so the roller. This is arc through 9, so roller. This is arc through 10, roller. So through every arc, take the corresponding distance and mark, locate the center of the roller, and once obtain the point F, draw the roller, because you know that that is the method of constructing the camber field for roller. So at every point draw a roller. Now we know that connect those points as tangential. So this is the cam profile for an oscillating follower. I will brief again. Select a point at a height of 60 and a distance of 75. Look at the pivot point. Draw a line. Draw the initial roller, because this diameter is given as 20. Draw the 20, so that this is center and this will be our prime circle. So this will be our base circle. Draw the base circle. Draw the prime circle and connect this point with O. Draw the pivot circle. Once these 3 circles completed, keeping this line, mark the outstroke, del, return, and the balance del. Divide this portion into 6 equal parts. Divide this portion into 6 equal parts. Name it as 1, 2, 3, 4. At every point, at a distance of 70, draw arcs, intersect arc on the prime circle like this. Name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. From 1, mark 1A. On the arc through 2, mark 2B, mark 3C, mark DE, mark A4. At every point, draw the rollers and connect these points tangentially. This is the method of constructing oscillating camber profile for an oscillating follower. So I hope all of you have understood this question. Thank you.